Hello there everybody, Sabah92 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney and Justice for All. Oh boy. So, aside from getting a little bit overwhelmed last episode, got to see Matt Unguard's true character, and, well, I think Edgeworth said it best, that every person deserves a fair trial. But goddamn, it's a great twist, having it to where all the characters that I've worked for have been innocent, but now I'm a defense attorney in a situation where I'm defending a guilty person. It's such a dramatic twist that, god damn, this is gonna freaking hurt. But seeing how quickly Edgeworth had tried to help us in saving Maya, getting into Unguard's mansion, and god damn it. Oh, this is not gonna be the traditional trial that I'm used to. Get into this mess. That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh god, not this shit again. What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
Well, I certainly didn't expect to see that nightmare again. I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Oh boy. March 23rd, 9:43 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Oh. Me. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. Gonna prove me not guilty today, right? If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Is anybody else not seeing this shit? Who the hell gave him a spontaneous wine glass?
Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever.
Maya. Phoenix. Phoenix! Oh. Oh, hi Mia. Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do?
Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles.
But
you can't give up. There's still some hope left.
Stop it, please! There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. It's a cursed Unguard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Oh shit, I'm sorry, Gumshoe. Gumshoe! I'm really sorry. Where are you? Then let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Okay, thank God. Then, you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but
Right now, we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up.
Gumshoe.
Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal.
It's true. I could do that if they found Maya first.
You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer.
I have to make the trial last longer?
If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out.
Oh, now I get it. So basically, this time I have to work alongside Edgeworth in this case. We have to give on a convincing performance to make the trial last as long as possible.
I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you.
Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Goddamn, this is tense. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. As cheesy as that sounds, it's the strongest weapon in the world and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. Oh, fuck. Now, I have to figure out how the hell I'm going to tackle this. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Ungard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, if she really is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Ungard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Sorry. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. Ah, what is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yep. Yes. Juan Corrida was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Ungard. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. Okay. I know what's going on this time. So, I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least, until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Well, it's got a 4-1. That means it's gonna be a part 2. I goddamn know it. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Hey, Will. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please.
Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star.
And what is your relation to the defendant?
Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah.
Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much.
Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy.
On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct?
Yes?
I didn't know that.
But, you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went.
All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Unguard's room.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Here we go.
After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume.
Hello there, Shelly.
He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me.
Nothing sounds out of the place in Mr. Power's testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Unguard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy. Oh, what are you implying?
That was Shelly the killer. He was surely the killer. Fuck, I don't know at this point, man.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right?
Right. Alright, here we go. The defendant's room. Why did you go there?
Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I wanted to say congrats.
What's wrong? Why did you stop?
Mr. Wright.
What is it?
You're gonna try to trick me into a corner, aren't you?
Huh?
I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer.
No one said you were, Mr. Powers.
No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy.
Every time?
Witness. I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony.
Sorry.
So, you went to the defendant's room, and then... Hey, wait a minute! What and how did I suddenly get turned into the bad guy here?
Because? Just because? Are you sure that was Matt Unguard?
Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then.
If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken.
And? What was the defendant doing staying in front of his own room?
At first? What do you mean by that?
Well, he wasn't a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray.
Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me.
Yeah, but... I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why'd I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry.
Guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct?
Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. How big was the tip? So, how long did you watch the two of them?
Not more than a minute or two, I think.
So who are these guests you're talking about?
You? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway.
It's like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further.
Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night?
I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. Oh, she was super hyper, like unbelievably hyper.
I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long.
Wait. Huh? Did... What? Did I... He mentioned something about a tip, but it's not been... I've already pressed him multiple times, but I don't have anything that can... At first, what do you mean by that?
I think it was a normal bellboy.
Why was that?
I think that is right.
How am I supposed to know?
Hey,
Oh! Okay, why? I already pressed it, so why didn't this pop up the first time? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated...
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt gave the bellboy
oh, so I had to get that information first, and then I would have been able to press further. Okay. Weird? Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself?
Yeah, that's it. You really know your job.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
Okay. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Was it a large bundle of money?
Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
But that's when something even more surprising happened.
What?
The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked.
I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It's because of the stitches across his face, or the tattoo stitch.
It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. The bellboy's face. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers?
Well, he wasn't exactly a boy. More like an old Gramps.
I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court.
No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches.
A line of stitches?
Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out.
He was there. At Unguard's house. He was that butler!
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. So that means Unguard was talking with the killer then.
If
that fact were to be exposed, Ungar would be declared guilty in a blink.
Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything.
Yes, Chief.
You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What'd you just say, Your Honor?
Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing. We're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony.
Okay. So, do I... Oh, wait! I forgot to... Oh, right, I forgot to ask about how much money he had gotten. Shit, that was the other option I need to go check. So he asked about the face. I've already gotten the face thing here, but let's get the unguard's tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree?
Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think.
A little too much? Probably the advance payment for the kill.
Would you please clarify for the court? About how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
And why is that?
Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash.
A roll of cash?
Yeah. Well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor.
The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raise an objection?
Objection!
The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him.
Objection!
Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting?
He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work.
So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor.
Payment? Yep.
Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida.
Then the bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin.
Oh boy.
Hold your horses now. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime.
Shelley the Killer.
He is the person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer.
Really?
What's wrong, Mr. Powers?
No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out.
Oh.
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir, right away.
Okay. That's right. I think he was given the transmission device to give to, no wait. Fuck it, damn it.
This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, So he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean...
Thank you very much. That's all we need for now.
Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more.
Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see.
This is also Edgeworth's way, like, okay, I know you have more, but we gotta draw this out. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious.
That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh.
This is no laughing matter.
I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay. And what time was it?
Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that. And then I came back. Then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8-10 p.m. by that time?
You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers?
Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats.
Isn't that... Are you sure it was the same bellboy?
Yeah.
And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform, after all.
But, you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. Ugh. So, I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt.
So which room did the bellboy come out of?
Exactly. On Peter's room. The victim's room, huh?
Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, all right.
Words cannot describe how screwed I am.
Yeah.
Let's continue with the testimony, shall we?
So, what exactly was so out of place about him?
Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damage I think he's going to say next.
Well, the bellboy was empty-handed.
Empty-handed?
That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you?
I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? I don't know. What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers testimony slide, or... I try to pull a fast one. Fuck it. I need to see this. Okay, fuck it. Hold on. I'm sorry. I need to see this. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy.
But there really is.
There really isn't.
Objection! Oh, for the love of God! If you two are done being school children, bellboys offer room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one.
Edgeworth, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? Phoenix, we literally have to play. We have to play around and try to make this drag out as long as we can. Edgeworth is literally doing his job as a prosecutor. He's expecting you to defend this as long as you can. Come on, Phoenix! I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest's room empty-handed.
So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed?
Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand, and there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it.
Juice? What kind of juice was it?
I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice.
If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now.
Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. So I gotta counter that one. Okay. Please don't be so quick to judge!
But it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief.
Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. Thief also upgrades into assassin. Fire Emblem logic.
That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us.
But he really is the assassin, you know.
For God's sake, you know that, but God damn it. Yes, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one.
Okay. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out empty-handed, or guest room empty-handed. So let's see. Come out of the guest room. Well, here's the thing, though. He came out, well, let's see. Where's the, do I have the, oh shit, I don't actually have the bottle of wine here. Bottle of, totally, child-friendly tomato juice. Will they accept this? Mostly because I'm kind of wondering, like, if I present this, my thought is I could maybe he'd bring out it. Well, fuck, I don't know. It come with the water, but gotta think about this. I feel like the wine glass itself is what I need to present, but I'm trying to figure out like how I can make this make sense. By the way, I'm drinking coffee. I'm not drinking tomato juice. Oh, the wine bottle. Yeah. I think this would correlate to the wine bottle. Objection! Why would he just... I don't know. Mr. Powers.
Yes?
You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true.
But, isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and,
Now that's judging by appearances. So? A baseball has stitches? What the fuck are you going on about? I have no idea, but I kinda like this. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches?
Are you discriminatory towards Stitches? I have a monster named Stitchy. He takes great offense to this.
well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. Oh, there's the tray, there's the bottle, and there's the glass. This is the crime. Oh, sorry. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. Oh, but the tray over here is separated from the wine glass. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. Wine. It's goddamn wine. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at the time? Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes?
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry.
What is with him?
Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us?
Is there?
The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say, empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh, yeah! I almost forgot!
Huh? What?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
Gloves?
Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right?
Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier?
Sorry, it slipped my mind.
God, boys, this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Oh, come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones.
So? A football is made of leather? A football's made of pigskin. Wait. I'm a fucking idiot. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony.
The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more.
Okay.
With a big grin. Their second meeting.
After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
Ah. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room.
Yeah, I kind of saw that by accident.
Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is a very weird situation. God damn, this is weird.
Is that what you saw while you were busy spying?
Excuse me? I may be a poor underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spy.
Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers?
Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye, in sort of sneaky spy-like.
I knew he was spying! Frickin' Will. God damn it, Will. Oh, god damn it, man.
Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know.
Oops.
Accidentally skipped that one.
I said, hold it!
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
Huh. You should probably ask him only one question at a time.
Well, let's work our way down, I guess. Ask about the person inside. So, who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face?
Yeah.
Well, it was Mr. Unguard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. Unguard himself, I'd say.
And then? What did the bellboy do after that?
Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing.
Nope. Go back. I have one more thing that I gotta ask. The other option. Ask about this something. He gave something to this person?
Yeah.
And what was his something?
If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small.
I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. Do I have any small somethings? Well, there's that. Nah. As for the person who received this item, all he could see was the person's arm.
Yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off.
Well, let's see. I think it was... No...
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue.
A wooden statue? Wait, a wooden bear-shaped figurine. It's covered in thin... Oh! Well, it might be that then. A wooden bear-shaped figurine. Unless I got anything else that's made of wood.
This is made of wood!
Fuck, that's not it. I know that's not it. Okay, I'm gonna press a little bit more. A statue?
Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know?
Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm gonna have to come up with whatever the thing is and show it to him.
You're going to have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that?
Okay, I think I know what to present here, but I'm gonna keep pressing. Where'd this bellboy go after he left Mr. Unguard's room?
He opened the door to the viola hall. Went in there, and who knows after that, right?
I do. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time?
Oh yeah, I saw that one thing.
What? You saw something else?
There was this jittery alien with a ray gun.
Who can't be an alien?
It was watching Juan's door like some sort of stalker.
What the fuck? Oh my god. I think we can forget about the alien. Well, Mr. Power's testimony just now was as vague as his first.
It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. Although, that just makes it harder on us, doesn't it?
Talk about a lose-lose situation. Right. Okay. So, let's see. I gotta present this.
Objection!
Yep. What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up!
It was me, Your Honor.
What is it, Phoenix?
I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I share this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers. The something you saw. Was it this item?
Oh, hey! That's it! That's the something! Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out!
I recall we found this at Matt Ungod's mansion.
At the defendant's house!
Okay, maybe I fucked up. Oh god, did I fuck up? Oh. No. Did I fuck up?
What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the Killer assassinated Juan Carita in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
Then the bear being found in Mr. Ungod's mansion would mean...
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Ungod is the killer's client.
Oh boy.
Order! Order! Or I said order, damn it! Mr. Wright, there's a most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mia. No, it's all right. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that he knew about it too.
I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we're overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored.
What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
I'm gonna be saving spastically. How many spaces do I have? I have 10? I'm gonna be saving spastically. Okay, God, I hate that I... Damn it. The bear? I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. It's also got a lot of cuts.
The bear, Mr. Wright?
This was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home.
Oh,
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Ungard who took this bear to this mansion.
why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Whew. Just reverted it.
You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Ungard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape.
I can't believe it. That butler, after all this time, he was the killer.
The killer and Ungard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Ungard mansion as its butler.
What a bold move!
The bear figurine was brought back to Ungard mansion by the killer himself.
Oh.
When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Ungard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now.
This is too much. Is there anything I can attack at all? I have to try. I have to find something else.
What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to... I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powers' testimony.
What? There is still another one?
There is indeed, Your Honor.
And it's quite a questionable point.
What are you trying to pull? That's the second time you've said that. Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
The person who received the bear? There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear.
He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of...
Oh!
Huh?
What?
What is it, Mr. Powers?
If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Actually, so, I remembered. I remembered who took the bear.
Whoa! Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm. But, the arm... It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it!
You've got to be kidding!
Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers?
Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai.
And the fingerprints.
Order! Order! God damn it, man! Calm yourselves! It looks like you dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count.
So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Ungard is the Nickel Samurai.
Well, if I'm trying to prolong this, like, here's the thing. I want to get Matt Ungard convicted. I really do. But I have to care about my safety, and I have to try to draw this out as long as I can. So that means I literally have to work against myself. Holy shit, this is a very weird experience. So, realistically, there's only one person that I could possibly throw out here. There's only one person, aside from Matt, who wore the Nickel Samurai costume. Adrian. Goddamn, she's gonna hate me if I have to bring her up again about all this. But, again, if I can lengthen this as long as humanly possible, then goddamn, I might be able to... Okay. If I have to bring up a profile of somebody that I think might have done it, because, again, she was one of the only other people that was wearing a Nickel Samurai costume. And since he saw that it was the Nickel Samurai's arm, that implicates multiple people. AKA, well, Adrian, but you guys get what I mean.
And as we all know, Matt Ungard is the Nickel Samurai. Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer.
I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion. As well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Ungard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my No! No!
Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you?
I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Okay, save. I don't know if this is... I feel like... See, again, I was... God damn it. Fucking hell. Fuck. Now I'm just spending my time trying to figure out which one is going to lead me to the bad ending. Or, I was told that there is a bad ending, and I would know it, but it feels like this is way too early to just throw this out here, but god damn it. That's why raise an objection. Objection! I will now announce my god damn it. There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Yep, I was right in my line of thinking, though. Your Honor, right now we have these 2 reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number 1, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2, that very same figurine was found at Unguard Mansion. However, it's possible that this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. God, Adrian, I am so sorry for this. Damn it. The real client? Yes. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer?
It's you! It's Francisca von Carnaba. No, it was Juan Carida. He killed himself. It was a dramatic plan indeed.
Again, it's kind of a shame that we don't have, like, an alternate, like, profile for Matt. He hired himself. Oh, God, here we go. God damn it, I'm sorry, Adrian.
Take that!
I'm so sorry.
Adrian Andrews?
Yes. We already know that she tried to frame Matt Unguard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume.
Ah. Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw.
That could have very well been Miss Andrews. Fuck! But what about Mr. Unguard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony, wasn't he asleep? The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
Well, that's right. Then, the finding this figure at Mr. Unguard's mansion.
It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this?
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. Yes, this is Edgeworth's way of kind of like, oh, I see what you're doing. Very well, this will drag out the case and we'll do it that way.
What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things.
This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Phoenix is literally putting his entire career on the line just to save Maya.
Order! 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 All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom!
Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. What is so special about that one bear? The killer did specially bring that bear to Unguard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor! The prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Mrs. Andrews.
And who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. I'm so sorry about this, Adrian. I really am.
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess already.
How long have I been... Has it really been that short? Really?
The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor.